Hello once again, and welcome to Daleville Bronco Basketball and Daleville Athletics. We are coming to you from Daleville High School. The Broncos are hosting the Union City Indians in a non-conference game this evening. Normally now we give you the results of the JV game, but there was no JV game this evening as Union City did not bring one. So we'll look at the matchup. Union City enters tonight's game with a record of 5-11 overall, or 1-6 in the Tri-Eastern Conference. The Indians were at 4-3 back on January the 7th, but they are 1-8 since and have lost their last 5 straight ball games, including a 2-point loss at Cowan this past Tuesday night. Union City scores at 53.3 points a game as a team while allowing 55.1. The Indians' opponents have a combined record of 93 and 151 record, and Union City owns a 15-8 record over Daleville over the last 35 seasons. But Daleville did win last year's meeting by the score of 62-46 at Union City. The Broncos enter tonight's game with a record of 5-7 overall. They're 3-4 in the Mid-Eastern Conference. They have lost 2 straight, including a 62-46 Mid-Eastern Conference game at Randolph Southern last Saturday, and a 54-34 loss to a strong Frankton team on this past Tuesday. Daleville will look to right the ship tonight versus Union City as they continue their busy schedule, with this being their second straight 3-game week. A win tonight, along with a victory over 4-12 Eastbrook tomorrow evening, would even the Broncos' record at 7-7 going into the Cowan contest this next Tuesday. And a side note, Union City is without the services of their 2 tallest players, those being 6'5" Elijah Cowper, who enters tonight's game with a 14.13 rebound average, and also 6'3" sophomore forward Camden Leisure. That is the info on tonight's game. When we come back, we will get you the starting lineups. This is Bronco Basketball on Daleville Athletics. Here are your starting lineups for tonight's ballgame. First for the visiting Indians of Union City. Starting at 1 guard will be number 10, Rylan Moat. He is a 5'9" junior, averaging 6 points, 2.5 rebounds, and 3 assists per ballgame. Then another guard is Zarin Cantu. He's a 5'7" guard. He wears number 14. He averages 13.5 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists per contest. The third guard is Antonio Velasquez. He wears number 20. He's 5'9", a junior, averaging 7 points, 2 rebounds, and 5 assists per contest. Another guard still is Hunter Clay. He wears number 22. He's a 5'7" guard, averaging 2 points and 2 rebounds per contest. And in the middle tonight will be number 30, Hunter Reagan. He's a 6'1" senior forward, averaging 7 points, 4 rebounds, and 1.5 assists per contest. And we mentioned there, without the services tonight of 6'5" Elijah Cowper and 6'3" Camden Leisure. The starting lineup for the Broncos tonight, senior night. I'll go through this quickly as they're going to do senior night here momentarily. Camden Leisure, he is a junior. He wears number 3. He's 5'10". He averages 8.3 rebounds a game. Dylan Scott is at another guard. He is a 6'1" sophomore, averaging 6.5 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. And I will find the rest of the lineups here momentarily. I do know Zane Starkey is starting tonight. He averages 1.5 points and 1.5 rebounds per contest. He's a 6-foot senior. Also, Travion Johnson He averages 9 points, 6.5 rebounds, and 1 assist per contest. Wears number 23. He's a 6'2 junior. And Caden Gottfried, he wears number 24. He averages 11.5 points and 5 rebounds. He is a 6'2 senior. And I think we're just about ready to go to the senior night festivities. When we do, we will bring those to you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Daleville High School. At this time, we are going to have a ceremony to honor our senior cheerleaders and boys basketball players. So if you direct your attention to the center court there. First of all, our first senior is cheerleader Alicia Campbell. Alicia is the daughter of Donald Grimson and Camille Arthur. Alicia has cheered for 4 years and was part of the Mid-Eastern Conference Championship team in both 2018 and 2019, and also part of the 2019 Delaware County Fair Championship cheer team. She received the Rookie of the Year award for 2018. She has also done varsity track and field for 4 years. She was named the most valuable girl in field events for 2019. She has also been the girls basketball manager for 3 years and was with the team when they won the 1A, Class 1A sectional in 2020. Alicia plans to attend Louisiana State University or Florida A&M to study biology before going to law school to practice medical malpractice. Alicia Campbell. Next, we have Ellie Hostetler. Ellie is the daughter of Brenda and Brian Hostetler. Ellie has played basketball for 4 years, and with that, she was also part of the 2020 sectional championship team. She received the Mental Attitude Award for 2019 and 2020. She has cheered for 4 years and was part of the Mid-Eastern Conference Championship team in 2018 and 19, and the 2019 Delaware County Fair Championship cheer team. She received the Cheerleader Award for the 2019 and 20 season. Ellie plans to attend IUPUI and study business. Ellie Costello. Next, we have Lyra Kendall. Lyra is the daughter of Brian and Tiffany Kendall. Lyra has played basketball for 4 years. With that, she was also part of the 2020 sectional championship team. Lyra has cheered for 4 years and was part of the Mid-Eastern Conference Championship team in both 2018 and 19, and also the 2019 Delaware County Fair Championship cheer team. She received the Mental Attitude Award for 2018 and 19. Lyra is undecided on a college but would like to study early childhood education. Lyra Kendall. Next, we have Hayden Guthrie. Hayden is the son of Dustin and Casey Guthrie. Hayden has played varsity baseball for 4 years and was part of the 2018 state championship baseball team. He has also played 4 years of varsity basketball, and he ran cross country 1 year. Hayden plans to attend Ball State University to play baseball and study accounting and entrepreneurship. Hayden Guthrie. Next, we have Zane Starkey. Zane is the son of Brittany Walden. Zane has played baseball for 3 years and basketball for 4 years. Zane plans to attend Varsity University and study criminal justice and psychology. Zane Sarkis. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have another hand for all these fine seniors and their parents.
And that concludes the senior night festivities. We'll take another short break and be back with the opening tip. You're listening to Bronco Basketball on Daleville Athletics.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, if you would please rise, remove your hats, and face the flag for the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous sky, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave through the night. Now our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to Daleville High School for tonight's varsity boys game between the visiting Union City Indians and the hometown Daleville Broncos. Let's meet the lineups. First of all, for the Union City Indians, the non-starters. Number 32, freshman Connor Walser. Number 12, sophomore Jude Connor. And number 42, freshman Angel Nito. The non-starters for the Union City Indians. Now for the starting lineup. Starting at the forward position, number 30, senior Hunter Reagan. Starting at one guard position, number 22, senior Hunter Clay. Starting at another guard, number 20, junior Anthony Velasquez. Starting at another guard, number 10, junior Ryan Moat. And starting at the other guard, number 14, senior Aaron Cantu. The starting lineup for the Union City Indians. The Indians are coached by Mr. Tom Byron. He is assisted by Mr. Tyler Barber. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here is the lineup for our hometown Varsity boys. First, the non-starters. Number 2, freshman Ethan Boland. Number 10, sophomore Owen Pratt. Number 21, freshman Merrick Adams. Number 5, sophomore Dylan Scott. And number 40, junior Robert Wilson. The non-starters for the Campbell Broncos. And now for your starting lineup. Starting at one guard, number 4, junior Justin Grant. Starting at the other guard, number 3, junior Camden Leisure. Starting at 1 forward, number 23, junior Brady Dion Johnson. Starting at the other guard, number 20, senior Zane Starkey. And starting at the other forward, number 24, senior Harry Lindopra. The Broncos are coached by Mr. Tyler Stockton, who is assisted by Lee Combs, Ray Grandmother, and Joe Rich. All right, just say officials are Kenya Jones, Kevin Fetterman, and Scott Dice.
We are just about ready to get things started here. I think I misquoted you the starting lineup. The Broncos are going with Justin Grant, Camden Leisure, Zane Starkey, Travion Johnson, and Caden Gothard. Tonight being senior night, we had some changes. Tap is controlled by the Broncos, and up with it for the Broncos is Grant into the front court. Broncos working against the Union City 2-3 zone defense. Grant goes right side to Leisure. Leisure on the baseline, skips it across near side to Starkey. Starkey back between the circles to Grant. Grant directing traffic, goes to Leisure right side. Broncos working around the perimeter. They go down the baseline to Travion Johnson. He kicks it back out to Starkey. Grant now Leisure. Leisure thinks about it. Finds Starkey in the low post. He kicks it back out on top of Grant. He's through his three-pointer straightaways off the corner iron, bounces in, gets the ball. Broncos pick up some full court pressure now. Full court man-to-man pressure. With it for the Indians is Reagan. He brings it into the front court. Comes near side with it to Velasquez down the baseline to Moat. Moat dribble sends it. Down on the wing it goes to Velasquez. Now top of the key. It goes to Clay. Clay near side now to Cantu off the ball screen. 17-foot straightaway jump shot. Rims in and out. Rebound played off by Grant of the Broncos. Grant into the front court with it quickly. Goes near side to Starkey. Starkey thinks about it. Back out on top to Grant. To Starkey. Starkey looks. Goes inside to Gothard. Just knocked away and stolen away by Moat of Union City. He gets it up quickly to Velasquez. Velasquez, runner in the lane, is up off the iron. No good rebound played off by Gothard. Gothard to Leisure. Leisure up quickly. Runner in the lane is up and good. Puts the Broncos up by 5. Moat now for Union City. High right side. Goes far wing to Clay. Clay high post to Reagan. Reagan the only starter over 6 feet tall. Velasquez with it back out on top of Reagan. Near side it comes to Moat. Moat penetrates into the lane, thinks about it for a moment. Picks up his dribble, finally gives it off to Clay. Clay looks, now goes high post to Reagan. Reagan backs it out on the dribble near side to Moat. 6 minutes to go here, quarter number 1. Moat between the leg dribble comes near side with Reagan. Reagan three-pointer right wing is off the iron. No good rebound played off by Starkey. Starkey gives it off to Grant. Grant front court now to Starkey. Looks. Back to Grant. Right wing it goes to Leisure. They work it around the perimeter. Leisure thinks about a three, penetrates, goes inside to Gothard. Gothard from the lane, powers it up. Rims out, no good rebound cleared off by Moat of Union City. Moat penetrates into the lane. His little runner in the lane was no good. They say drugs traveling on Union City. Gives the ball back over to the Broncos. Substitution for the Broncos as they work the ball around the corner. Leisure goes into Johnson. Johnson has it knocked away. Scrum is fought for. Broncos come back up with Grant now between the circles. Merrick Adams is the substitution in the lineup for the Broncos now. Near side it comes to Grant, now Adams. Adams took out senior Zane Starkey. Adams three-pointer left wing is off the front iron, no good. Rebound squared off by Gottfried. Gottfried has it knocked away and stolen right up with the Indians. Cantu into the lane. And we're going to get a whistle and a reach-in foul against the Broncos. We'll see who the nail on it. They're going to get Justin Grant. City will trigger the ball line out underneath their own basket. Cantu triggers it into Reagan, left wing. They get it out on top to Moe. Moe now between the circles comes near side to play down the baseline to Velasquez. Velasquez dribbles it out. Being guarded by Johnson. Velasquez penetrates, gets it to Reagan. Reagan's three-pointer straight away is off the back iron. No, rebounds pulled off by Cantu. He puts it up in the lane. It's good. Gets the Indians on the board here. 4:20 to go here in quarter number 1. In the front court with it for the Broncos is Grant. Grant tries to reverse it to Adams. It is knocked away momentarily. It's fought for on the floor. Going to a whistle and jump ball call. Possession points in the direction of the Indians. So the Eagles will have it out of bounds in front of their own bench. Substitution, Grant sits down for the Broncos. And Scott enters the lineup for the first time tonight. Moat with it high left side. He with the centers, penetrates into the lane. Pulls up, gives it off to Reagan. Now other side it comes to Velasquez. Velasquez between the dribble, leg dribble, loses it and picked up by Travion Johnson. Johnson's runner in the lane's off the back iron, no good. And fought up with it for the Indians is Velasquez. Broncos missed an opportunity there. Moat with it now for Union City, gives it off to Reagan. Reagan's three-pointer right wing's off the front iron. Fought for, rebound pulled off by Moat of Union City, gives it off to Cantu. Cantu penetrates left side, spin dribble in the lane, puts up a runner off the front iron, no good, but he's fouled, and it looks like they're going to get Camden Leisure. So that will send Cantu to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Zarin Cantu readies his first free throw. It's up and good. Cantu averaging 13.5 points per ball game, knocks down the second free throw, makes it a 5-4 ball game. Broncos hold on to this game, 1-point lead. Broncos work it around the perimeter. Leisure with it on the baseline, gets it back out to Johnson. Broncos still working against the 2-3 zone of Union City. Leisure with it on the baseline, goes down in the short corner to, they kick it out now, down on the baseline to Johnson. Johnson up top, and they go to Leisure. Leisure shot is up, no good, but there's a foul, or whistle, I should say, before the shot.
Union City fouls on number 20 and 30, Velasquez.
Foul goes against Velasquez, and Merrick Adams will trigger the ball in bounds for the Broncos. He gets it in to Scott. Scott between the circles. Now they look to go in the low post to Gottfried. Gottfried drops step. Bucket is good. Puts the Broncos up on top by a 7-4 score as we go into the 3-minute mark here of quarter number 1. Moat with it for Union City. Comes near side with it to Clay. Clay being guarded close to the high end. We got a whistle. Foul. I think they're going to get an offensive foul. Probably on the ball screen. Against Velasquez. Gives the ball back over to the Broncos. Johnson triggers the ball and bounces to Scott. Scott down to the front court, comes near side with it to Adams. Adams looking, goes on the baseline to Leisure. Leisure's baseline three, off the iron, no. And rebounds cleared off by Cantu of Union City. He comes to the front court quickly, being pressured. They work it around the perimeter. Near side, he comes to Clay. Now Moat. Moat thinks about it, backs it out, penetrates into the lane now. Kicks it out to Velasquez. Velasquez drives right side, kicks it in the corner. They work it around the perimeter. Reagan. Reagan's on top. Goes far side to Moat. Moat penetrates into the lane. Now three-pointer is up by Clay. It's no good. Rebound fought for. Finally picked up by Travion Johnson. Johnson now into the front court, penetrates into the lane, puts up a runner. It's up and off the iron, no. Rebounds put back up and by Merrick Adams. And that puts the Broncos on top by a 9-4 score. And with that, the Indians will take a timeout. We'll take a short break. You're listening to Bronco Basketball, Devil Athletics. 9-4 your score. Broncos lead at 2:02 to go here. Quarter number one of the Union City basketballs. Broncos line up with some full court pressure. Reagan will trigger the ball and bounce to Moat. He's immediately trapped. He gets to Reagan. They will around the perimeter to Cantu back to Moat. Moat penetrates right side, nearly travels. Tries to skip it across, gets it to Reagan in the high post. Now to Cantu. Cantu working against pressure, and they're going to get a foul on Dylan Scott. As they say, he bumped him on the drive, bumped Cantu. So Union City will maintain possession. They'll have the ball in front of the Bronco bench. Third foul against Delville here in quarter number one. We're under 2 minutes to go. Moat with it now, top of the key, penetrates, jump stops, kicks it back out to Velasquez. Velasquez now being guarded by Johnson. Velasquez drives into the paint, puts it in front and scores. Velasquez showed an extremely quick first step there, bringing the Indians within 3 points, 9-6 your score. Scott with it now comes near side with it to Adams. They work it around the perimeter. Leisure goes down the baseline to Johnson. Johnson's turnaround jump shot from 5 feet goes in and out, no good. Rebounds fought for. Finally cleared off by Adams. They kick it back out. And bucket by Johnson makes it 11-6. Broncos pick up still in full court pressure. Moat with it. He splits the defenders, gets it up to Velasquez. Velasquez now gets it off to Reagan. Reagan knifes through the lane, puts up a runner and scores it. And that makes it an 11-8 ball game as we go under a minute to play. Scott with it now, goes far side to Leisure, back to Scott, near side. It comes now to Adams. A shot by Scott's no good, short and out of bounds. Gives the ball back over to Union City. We've got a whistle, and Grant re-enters the lineup for Daleville, replacing Scott. Broncos back off the full court pressure as Moat leisurely brings the ball up court. High left side, changes direction, uses the double screen, gives off now to Cantu. Cantu penetrates in the lane, but he loses it. Fought for, picked up by Leisure, who gives it off to Grant. Grant tries to go down to Goddard, but it's knocked away. Finally picked up by Johnson. Johnson's turnaround jump shot in the lane's no good. Rebound loose and fought for, picked up by Cantu of Union City as we're down to 18 seconds to play here in quarter number one. Now Reagan, the tallest player in the court for Union City at 6'1". We're down to under 10 seconds to play. Moat, high right side, 5 seconds, penetrates into the lane, puts up a runner, it's no good. He's going to draw the foul. So Moat doesn't look like the quickest player, but made a really nice move there to the basket, draws the foul, so he'll go to the line to shoot 2 shots with the opportunity to pull the Indians to within 1 point here with just 3.3 seconds to go in quarter number one. Moat's first free throw is round no good. We've got a substitution. Velasquez is going to sit down and enter the lineup for the first time tonight. The Indians is Connor Walzer. And Leisure sits down for Daleville as Scott replaces him. Moat's second free throw is also no good. Rebounds cleared off by Gothard. Gothard now right to the front court, puts up a shot at the horn. It's no good. And that's going to do it for quarter number one as the Broncos will take an 11-8 lead into the second quarter of play. We'll take a break here listening to Bronco basketball on Daleville Athletics. Your score. Broncos lead by 3 as we get ready to start the second quarter play. Broncos come back with Grant, Adams, Sky, Johnson, and Gothard. Union City is still in their 2-3 zone. Grant with the high left side reverses it to Scott between the circles. Scott drives right side. He's cut off, gives it off to Johnson on the baseline. Johnson goes inside to Gothard. Loose, fought for it. He picks it up. It's a strong move in the lane. Won't go, but Caden Gothard will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Foul goes against Hunter Reagan of Union City. It's his first, Union City's third. Gothard readies his first free throw. It's up. Walzer sits down from Union City, and Velasquez re-enters the lineup. Gothard readies the second free throw. It's hard off the back iron, no good. Rebounds cleared off by Moat of the Indians. Moat into the front court. Between the leg dribble, he penetrates, goes down the baseline to Velasquez. It's deflected, but he comes up with it now. Moat between the circles and goes far side to Clay. Clay working against pressure from Adams. Picks up his dribble, goes down the baseline to Reagan. Reagan now back to Cantu. Cantu penetrates into the lane. He puts up a runner. It's up and off the glass and good. Pulls the Indians back within 2 points. Grant now in the front court for Daleville. Comes near side to Scott. Now baseline Adams. Adams 3 pointers, nothing but the bottom of the net. The Broncos up by 5 as we go under the 7-minute mark here of quarter number 2. Moat with it for Union City. Gives it to Cantu. Penetrates back out, being guarded by Grant. On the dribble into the lane, puts up a runner. It's up and good. So Zarin Cantu will go to the line. Attempt to complete the old-fashioned 3-point play. Should pull the Indians to within 2 if they can knock home this free throw. Rattles off, no good. Rebound cleared off by Adams of Daleville. Gives it off to Grant. Grant now between the circles, looks near side. It comes to Scott. Scott now back to Adams. Far side it goes to, that was Grant. Now Adams with it. Gothard steps out, reverses the ball. Grant to Adams. Adams working against that Union City 2-3 zone. Grant with it now between the circles. Adams looking. Now Gothard steps out once more. Now they get it to the cutting Gothard into the lane. Gothard finishes nicely, putting the Broncos back up on top by 5, 17-12. Moat with it now for Union City. Far side it goes to Velasquez. Velasquez. Far side to Reagan. Reagan. Near side now to Moat. Baseline it goes to Clay. Clay working against pressure from Adams. Comes to Velasquez. Velasquez tries to drive, but he's cut off by Johnson. Now they give it off to Cantu. Cantu close to guard by Grant. He puts a long 3. Draws no iron, but the Indians were able to pick up the loose ball and give the ball off to Cantu, who's able to score it. Up quickly for the Broncos. Grant with it now to Scott. Scott drives right baseline, but he's cut off. He skips it out near side tries to get it off to Adams, but it's nearly stolen away, knocked into the backcourt, picked up by Grant of Daleville. Near side now to Adams. Back to Grant. 17-14. Broncos lead by 3. Short-handed Union City team playing the Broncos tough here. Turnaround jump shot in the lane by Gotham's no good, but Johnson gets the rebound. He puts it back up. He misses it, but he's going to go to the line and shoot 2 free throws as they're going to get Reagan with the foul. And Reagan, the only Union City player over 6 feet tall, picks up the foul, and that is his second. Johnson with a chance to pull or put the Broncos back up on top by 5 if he can knock down the free throws. The first free throws is in and out, no good. Travion will get a second. This free throws off the front iron, no good, but the rebound's pulled up by Gotha. He puts it back up, misses. Loose fought for, and the rebound snatched off by Velasquez of the Indians. Velasquez up quickly now with it to Moat. Moat, high left side, uses the high ball screen from Reagan. Now kicks it out to Reagan. Reagan looks, goes far side to Cantu. Cantu penetrates, backs it back out, uses the ball screen into the lane, stumbles, falls down, going to get a push off by Adams, and that kind of bailed out Cantu, who was out of control. Nonetheless, the Indians will retain possession and have the ball out of bounds underneath their own basket. That is the 6th Daleville foul. They get the ball inside and get to Clay. Now they're going to get back out on top, high left side to Velasquez. Velasquez drives, gets it out to Moat. Moat penetrates, crossover dribble, has it knocked away, loose on the court, picked up by Velasquez on the right baseline. He backs it out, thinks about it momentarily. Near side it comes to Moat. Moat with it now. Goes left side to Clay. Clay being guarded closely by Adams. Clay penetrates, looks, gets it out to Velasquez. Velasquez penetrates the lane, goes baseline to Moat. Moat's three-pointer is up and good. That knots things up at 17 apiece. Moat three-pointer knots things up at 17 apiece as the Broncos get it into the front court. Grant now between the circles. Grant, near side comes with the baseline to Adams. Adams 3 points off the iron, no good, but the putback is up and good by Travion Blossom Johnson as the Indians miss the block out. Puts Daleville back up on top by 2. 3:48 to go here, quarter number 2. Broncos lead it by 2. Moat with it now, looks, comes near side to Clay. Clay penetrates into the lane, skips it out to Cantu. Cantu being guarded closely by Johnson. Cantu lets fly with a 3, and he buries it with Johnson in his face, and that puts the Indians on top, possibly for the first time this evening, by the score of 20-19. Johnson out with it for Daleville, and Cantu knocks it out of bounds. Are they going to get a foul? They are. They're going to get Cantu on the foul. Broncos not in the bonus yet, so they'll have the ball out of bounds in front of the Union City bench. Scott triggers the ball in bounds to Grant. Now goes to Johnson, right wing. Johnson, baseline to Gotham. Gotham drives the lane, puts it runner, has it knocked away. McCabe is going to go back to the line. Are they going to get Reagan again? It looks like it. Nope. They say it's on number 22. Hunter Clay. So Gotham's first free throw is up and good. Knocks things back up at 20 apiece. Caden ready's his second. That one's also good. Takes it to 20 Bronco lead in the front court for the Indians is Moat. Moat now. Comes near side with the play down on the baseline to Velasquez. Velasquez, where he gets pressure from Grant. He penetrates into the lane. We're going to get a trip as Velasquez goes down in a heap. They're going to get Grant with that foul. That's the Broncos' 7th. So Velasquez will shoot a free throw. It's up and good. So he'll have the second. rattles around and falls in, puts Union City back up on top by a 22-20 score. As we're under 3 minutes to play here in quarter number 2. Grant with it now between the circles for the Broncos. Goes high post with it to Adams. Adams kicks it back out to Grant. Grant dribbles, centers it. Goes to Scott, right wing, down the baseline. It goes to Johnson. He looks, gets it back out to Scott. Now Grant thinks about the three. Goes to Scott. Scott penetrates in the lane, but has it knocked away and stolen away by Reagan. He gets it out quickly to Cantu. Cantu penetrates into the lane. Jump stop. Runner is no good. Rebound thoughtful played off by Johnson. Whistle. And a foul.
Union City foul on Cantu.
And that goes against Cantu. Looked like it was away from the ball.
Johnson shooting on those.
We'll put Travion Johnson to the line. That's Union City's 7th foul. So Travion will get the 1-and-1. First free throw is up short, cleared off by Moe to Union City. Union City now with the lead, with a chance to build on that lead. Moe with it between the circles. He penetrates into the lane, kicks the baseline to Clay, back on top to Reagan. Reagan works it around to Velasquez. Velasquez penetrates, pull up, 14-foot jump shot short. Rebound cleared off by Johnson. As for the Broncos did a nice job of blocking out that possession. Scott with it between the circles goes far side to Adams. Adams, right wing, directs traffic, gets it to Starkey, who's back in the ball game. Now back to Adams. Adams now to Scott. Scott, as he and Adams play pitch and catch. Scott near side now to Starkey, goes down the baseline to Johnson. Johnson penetrates, jump shot, 5-footer, no good. Rebound loose and fought for, out of bounds. Nobody touched it, but then Johnson comes up with a loose ball, goes down inside to Gothard. Gothard takes it strong and nice bucket there by Caden Gothard. Puts the Broncos back up on top by 1 here at the minute 20 mark of quarter number 2. Moe with it now for Union City. Goes to Velasquez. Velasquez penetrates into the lane. Kicks it back out to Reagan. Reagan's three-pointer is too strong, but Clay comes up with the rebound, puts it back up. The basket goes in, but got a whistle, I think, a foul before the shot. On Daleville, we'll see who they get. They'll send Clay to the line to shoot with 1 bonus. American Adams is who they're going to nail with the foul. Clay at the line for Union City, averaging just 2 points per ball game. And he's not a guy who's gotten a lot of playing time for Union City, but the Indians being down 2 players, he's getting a lot of playing time tonight. His first free throw is off the back iron, no good. Rebounds put off by Johnson. The Broncos is up into the front court with it quickly. Johnson between the leg dribbles, looks for Gothard. They can't get it into him. They around the perimeter. Adams with it now back to Scott. Get Broncos under a minute to play as Coach Stotler yells out signals. Johnson with it now left wing, back to Scott, now to Adams. Adams looking, thinks about it, goes inside to Johnson. Johnson's turnaround jump shot in the lane's off the back iron, no good. Rebound's cleared off by Reagan of Union City, and he gives off the Moe. 35 seconds to go here, quarter number 1. We'll see what Union City does possibly in this final possession as they trail it by 1. Looks like Moe will hold for 1 shot as we're now down to 20 seconds to play here in quarter number 2. 15 seconds now. Moe still on the dribble, not being closely guarded. Now they go high left side with the play at 8 seconds, 7 seconds, 6. Still being guarded, and with that, the ball now into the line that goes down the baseline to Cantu. Cantu's turnaround fling at the buzzer is no good, and with that, the Broncos will take a 23-22 lead into the halftime break. We'll take a break, hopefully with some halftime numbers. And you're listening to Bronco Basketball and Vailable Athletics. And actually, I think we will stay with it live as we're going to have a special ceremony this evening for a very special person to the Daleville Community School Corporation.
He's Eric Douglas. I'm the principal of Daleville Junior Senior High School, and it's an absolute honor to be able to recognize our superintendent, Mr. Paul Garrison, this evening. Mr. Garrison, if you would come on out, please. you'll stand here, I need to talk about you just a little bit. So just to tell you a little bit about Mr. Garrison. He's been at Daleville for the last 46 years. He started in 1975. He's been in various roles. He's been a bus driver, he's been a soccer coach, he's been an academic coach, sponsor of various clubs, and probably his favorite, he's been a basketball coach. He was a teacher at the elementary school for 17 years. He was the elementary principal for 6 years. He's been the superintendent of Daleville Community Schools for the last 23 years. Superintendents don't last for 23 years, especially not in one place. So how did Mr. Garrison make it for 23 years here? Because of his dedication to Daleville Community Schools. It's not uncommon to see him attending a spelling bee at the elementary school, a band concert here at the high school, and numerous athletic events. He attends events that most superintendents don't go to. Not only is he dedicated to the school, he also loves his family dearly. Vicki, Clint, Katie, your husband, your father, loves you guys dearly. You can see it in his eyes, you can hear it in his voice when he talks about you. It's undeniable. Greta, Eloise, the Campbell adores you guys. He lights up when he gets the chance to speak about you guys. Not only does he love his family, he's been dedicated to his students over those 46 years. So his dedication to those students has kept him here. He's went above and beyond all the time and constantly wanting to make Daleville a better place. It's continuous. It's never ending. It's constant. We are fortunate to have had him. You'll be sad when he's no longer here. I want to tell a quick story about Mr. Garrison. It was during my first year at Daleville. It was only a couple weeks into being here. I was the assistant principal at the time. And Mr. Garrison, we had an incident. It was a discipline issue. Mr. Garrison came over to my office to talk to me about it. Not something that we would normally do, but it was a pretty severe case. So he came over, and as he's talking, he starts to get a little bit teary-eyed, starts to choke up. And we've seen that over the years. When you've been at graduation, and you've seen Mr. Garrison talking about students. He cares that much that he gets choked up. So as that conversation is going, it is talking about Mr. Douglas. With this situation, and with all situations, it does not matter what other people think. It doesn't matter what people from the outside think. We will make our decision. We will handle this situation based on what is best for this kid. Every meeting I've been in, every program we've started, every situation we've handled, it always, every single time, goes back to, is this what's best for kids? And that's how it's handled. That's how it's done. Mr. Garrison. You've been a mentor to me, countless others. You've made me want to be a better administrator. But you also made me want to be a better father, better husband, and better person. For that, I thank you. We wanted to do something special for you that would carry on your legacy and your name. On behalf of the Daleville administration and the Daleville Community School Board, we have decided from this day forward, February 12th, 2021, that this court at Daleville Junior Senior High School will forever be called Paul Garrison Court. We will have the court meeting on this summer. We have to renovate what the court will look like. You guys can see it up on the screen. Mr. Garrison, you've been an inspiration to others. We love you. Mr. Garrison, can you get a picture of the school board off, please? We're going to let Mr. Garrison speak.
This can be dangerous. Everyone that knows me also knows I don't know when to shut up. I've got an opinion about everything and I share it sometimes too often. But I do want to say thank you to the folks in this gymnasium, to the school corporation. When I came here in 1975, I thought it would be a 3-year gig. And I fell in love with the place, and the community's always treated me well. And I thank each and every one of you for that. I thank you for giving me the chance to work with your children. I don't think there's a greater honor on earth. Appreciate it, appreciate the opportunity, I appreciate every day I worked and lived here at the corporation. Thank you so much. I owe so much to the school.
Well, I was going to try to get you some halftime numbers there, but I think the ceremony was a little bit more important than some halftime stats and wasn't able to get over there. So we'll let you know that the first quarter score was Daleville 11, Union City 8, and then the Indians outscored the Broncos 14-12 there in the second quarter of play to make it a 23-22 ball game. The Broncos holding a scant 1-point lead, and a pretty evenly played game. Broncos led most of the way there in the first half. Broncos with a small height advantage, which is pretty rare. Broncos' tallest starters are both 6'2", but Union City coming in with only one starter over 6 foot, and that is a 6'1" Hunter Reagan. The other starters, all four being between 5'7" and 5'9". We will take a break and be back with third quarter action. You're listening to Bronco Basketball on Daleville Athletics. Just about ready to get things underway. The Broncos coming back with Gothrop, Leisure, Adams, Grant, and Johnson. Union City will start back with Reagan, Moat, Cantu, Velasquez, and Clay. Indians trigger the ball in bounds to start here. Yeah, Moat with it high left side. Against the Broncos, man-to-man. Moat drives the lane, puts up a runner. It's no good. We're going to get a quick foul against the Broncos. Goes against Leisure. Indian basketball. Underneath their own basket. Cantu triggered in as Leisure sits down. Cantu triggered in. Gets it into Reagan. Near side it comes to Moat. On the dribble, penetrates into the lane. He's cut off by Scott. Scott, the substitution for the Broncos, as Cantu puts up a shot. It's way short. The rebound's cleared off by Grant of Daleville. Grant into the front court. Grant between the circles. Comes near side with, or no, now comes top of the key to Adams. Adams 3-pointers off the front iron, no good. Wilson fought more. Adams gets the rebound, dumps it off to Johnson inside. Who cleans it up and makes it a 25-22 Bronco lead. Into the front court is Moat. Moat now still on the dribble. The Broncos not applying a great deal of pressure. Moat step back 17-footer off the iron. No good rebound squared up by Gothrop. Gothrop gets it off to Green. Far side it goes to Scott. They work it around the perimeter. Near side now to Adams. Adams to Grant. Grant's 3-pointer straight away is too strong off the iron. Is fought for, picked up by Adams of Dale. They're going to get a reach-in foul against the Indians. Goes against Cantu. Scott will trigger the ball. No, it'll be Grant to trigger the ball and bounce for the Broncos. Grant underneath his own basket gets it into Adams. Adams baseline 3-pointer is short, but the rebound's pulled up by Scott. He has it blocked away. Loose and fought for, finally picked up by the diminutive Clay for the Indians. Gets it up to Moat. Moat's got to be all of 130 pounds. Penetrates into the lane, has it blocked away. Out of bounds. Gives the ball back off to Union City, and Cantu will trigger the ball in bounds. Cantu lobs it in high to Johnson. Or excuse me, that's Clay. Now to Reagan, high right side to Moat. Moat on the dribble, comes near side with it. Baseline, it goes to Clay. Clay, you got to get an offensive foul as Velasquez stuck his shoulder out on the ball screen and gives the ball back over to the Broncos. 25-23 your score, 6:21 to play here, quarter number 3. Grant walks it in the front court for Daleville. Union City still in the 2-3 zone, comes near side with it to Adams. Adams of Daleville back out on top to Grant, 35 feet from the basket. Grant not being guarded closely. Gives it to Johnson, back to Grant. Grant near side now with it to Scott. Scott goes down the baseline to Johnson. Johnson out on top with it to Grant. Grant goes left side with it to Adams. Adams to Grant. To Scott down the baseline to Johnson. Johnson turning on the jump shots, no good. But he's fouled hard, and Travion will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws with a chance to extend the Bronco lead.
Union City fouls on number 22, number 20, team's third.
The foul on Union City goes against Clay. Johnson's first free throw rattles around, finally drops off, does not go in. Second free throw by Johnson, rattles around, does not fall, as the rebound's cleared off by Reagan of Union City. Gives it off to Moat. Moat between the leg dribble, uses the ball screen, skips it across the Clay down the baseline to Reagan. Reagan working against pressure from Goffin, gets cut off, picks up the dribble. Now they pass it out to Cantu. Cantu nearly loses it. He crosses over the dribble, penetrates into the lane, puts up a 16-footers up and good. Cantu makes it a 25-24 ball game. Broncos still lead it by 1. High left side, it goes to Scott. Now to Grant, near side, now to Adams. Adams, as the Broncos look against the Union City zone, they go down on the baseline to Johnson. Inside to Goffin. Goffin kicks it out to Grant. His three-pointer is up and good. Good ball movement there by the Broncos. Inside, outside movement puts the Broncos back up on top by 4. 5 minutes to play here, quarter number 3. Moat with it now. Get some instruction from Coach Byram. Moat on the dribble, penetrates into the lane, kicks it back out to Johnson. Johnson three from the right wing is short, but the Broncos missed the block out. We get a loose ball, and a foul is called. It's going to go against Daleville. Foul goes against Adams as Cantu turns the ball in bounds for Union City, gets it to play back to Cantu. Cantu, right wing. He's cut off on the baseline. He's tracking the corner, but dribbles out of it, finds room on the baseline, and puts up a nice shot and finish there by Cantu. Excellent move there. Cuts the Bronco lead to 2. Near side it comes now to Scott. Back out on top to Grant, now to Scott. Scott looking to Grant. Grant, top of the key, back to Scott. He penetrates, finds an open Travion Johnson. Lane puts it up, has it blocked away, gets his own rebound. We've got a whistle and a foul. As the officials discuss things here, what's the call going to be?
Union City foul is on number 30.
Foul's going to go against Reagan. That's his third. As the Broncos trigger the ball and out of bounds to get the ball into Adams. Adams gets it out on top to Scott. Near side now to Grant. Grant penetrates, backs it back out. Grant still on the dribble, 35 feet from the basket. Goes high left side with it to Johnson, back to Grant. Nearing the 4-minute mark here, quarter number 3. They go down on the baseline to Johnson. He loses it momentarily. It's picked up by Scott. Kicks it out to Grant. Grant's three-pointers up off the front iron, no good. Loose and out of bounds, and they say last touch by Daleville as Scott was unable to save the loose ball, and it'll be Union City basketball. 28-26 your score. Broncos still lead it by only 2 at the 3:45 mark here of quarter number 3. Scott now uses the high ball screen, that's Moat, penetrates into the lane, gives it off to Reagan. Reagan spin dribble, kicks it out to Velasquez. His three-pointer near side, in and out, no good. Rebound snatched away by Johnson of Daleville. Johnson gets it up to Adams. Adams on the baseline, penetrates into the lane, loses it momentarily, kicks it back out to Johnson. Johnson thinks about a 3, then finally lets it fly, but it's short. Scott with the rebound, backs out the defender, puts it up, misses. Adams with the rebound, he puts it up, no good. Scott with it, has it knocked away. Finally, we're going to get a whistle and a jump ball called. And the possession error points in favor of the Broncos, I believe. So it'll be Daleville basketball underneath their own basket. A lot of flurry of action there, but no one was able to get a shot up there for the last several seconds. Grant triggers the ball and bounces to Scott. Scott nearly travels. They give it off to Gothard. He loses it momentarily. It's fought for, picked up by Reagan. We're going to get a whistle and a timeout by Union City to hopefully avoid the travel call. So with that, we'll take a short break and listen to Bronco basketball and Daleville Athletics. Back here at Devil High School, it's going to be Union City basketball. 28-26 your score, 3:08 to go, quarter number 3. Broncos drop back into a half-court man-to-man defense. Reagan will trigger the ball and bounce to Moat for the Indians. Moat into the front court. Uses the high ball screen from Cantu. He kicks it back out to the Cantu, who steps out between the circles, being guarded by Johnson. We're going to whistle. And an offensive foul, as they say that Cantu apparently pushed off, and then gives the ball back to the Broncos. Broncos looking to build on this 2-point lead. They've been unable to pull away from the Indians all evening. Broncos seem to have been in control most of the time, but the Indians hanging tough. Grant discussing things with the coach, gives it off to Gothard, high left side, now back to Grant. Grant still 30 feet from the basket, goes right side to Leisure, goes down inside to Gothard. Gothard makes a strong move in the lane, puts it up no good, gets his own rebound, puts it back up, misses again. Loose and out of bounds. They say last touch by Reagan of Union City. Broncos fortunate to retain the possession that time. They were unable to finish a couple shots from nearly point-blank range there in the lane. Grant will trigger the ball in bounds for Daleville. Gets it into Adams. Adams, three-pointer right baseline is short. Adams hasn't been able to make the Indians pay as they've been allowing him to catch the ball there, but he hasn't been able to finish. Leisure shot fake, kicks it off to Grant, left side, back to Leisure, comes near side to Adams. Adams thinks about it, goes back to Leisure. Leisure's three-pointer straight away, off the iron, no. Rebound cleared off by Johnson. Johnson loses it, it's picked up by Grant. Grant backs it out as we near the 2-minute mark here, quarter number 3. Broncos still holding on to that 2-point lead. Adams down on the baseline to Johnson. Out on top, it comes to Grant. Grant penetrates into the lane, kicks it off to Leisure. Going to get whistle a foul as Grant went up and back down with it. Touched by a Union City player, but I do think that is the right call. And with that, Broncos are going to take a timeout. 28-26 your score. Broncos lead it by just 2. 1:53 to go. Quarter number 3. Union City basketball. Indians with a chance to draw even or possibly go up one on this possession. Broncos extend things now as they go into a 1-3-1 zone defense. We'll look and see if they trap out. It looks like they may be doing that. Moat with it in the backcourt, penetrates. No trap yet. Goes down the baseline. Back out to Moat. And we've got Broncos force a turnover there as the Indians are unable to work the ball successfully against that 1-3-1 zone. Substitution for any Union City into the lineup is number 12, Jude Connor. And Grant tries to feed Leisure in the high post, but it's kicked out of bounds. Broncos will retain possession. Leisure will trigger the ball in bounds. Gets it into Grant, high left side. Leisure looking, goes inside to Gothard. Gothard turns, kicks it out to Adams. Adams three-pointer left baseline. This one's still short. Adams' legs seem to be not under his shot tonight. Adams with the high left side. Near side comes to Grant. Grant to Adams. To Leisure. Leisure hits it into Gothard. Gothard lowers his shoulder, puts up a little jump shot. Lays up a good push. They'll go back up on top by 4, 30-26. As we reach the 1-minute mark here at quarter number 3. Broncos in that 1-3-1 zone. Looking Velasquez, high left side. They go down left. When it goes to Connor. They skip it out on top of Moat. His three-pointer's up and good. So Ryland Moat draws the Indians within one, 30-29 here at the 42nd mark of the third quarter. Near side it comes to Leisure. Leisure to Grant. Grant back to Leisure. Leisure down the baseline to Travion Johnson. Skates back out on top to Grant. Now goes into the lane to Gotham. His turnaround jump shot's partially blocked. And up with it for the Indians is Ryland Moat. Union City with a chance to go on top, but they can convert here on possibly this last possession. We'll see if the Broncos pressure will turn them over again. Moat now to Reagan, 35 feet straight away from the basket. Now to Moat, down to 10 seconds. Union City will hit for one shot. Velasquez to Moat. Moat, let's fly with a three. Short. Saved, but the Indians saved it in Johnson. Johnson's half-court shot at the buzzer is off the backboard, no good. And that's going to do it for quarter number 3. Broncos will take a 1-point lead, 30-29, into the final quarter. You're listening to Bronco Basketball on Daily Athletics. $30-29 your score as we enter the fourth quarter of play. Broncos still aligned in that 1-3-1 half-court defense. Reagan will trigger the ball in bounds for Union City. No doubt, tossing it into Moat. Adams at the top of the 1-3-1. Reagan to Moat. Moat high right side, goes down the baseline to Cantu. Goes find a wide open Velasquez underneath the basket. He's over the scores. The backside of the Broncos zone didn't drop and puts Union City on top 31-30 here in the early going of quarter number 4. Travion Johnson in the middle of the lane dumps it off to Gotham, puts it up and in, but we're going to whistle a foul before the shot will go against Union City. Foul goes against Moat. It's his first. Bronco basketball underneath their own basket. Grant triggers the ball and bounces at Leisure. Leisure's three-pointer left wing up and good. Camden Leisure with a big three-pointer. There puts Daleville back up on top by 2 as Union City had held the lead very briefly there. And with that, the Broncos take a timeout. We'll take another short break. You're listening to Bronco Basketball on Daleville Athletics. Camden Leisure three-pointer puts Daleville back up on top by 2 points as Union City had held a brief 1-point lead here in the early going of the fourth quarter. Broncos pick up now with full court pressure. Looks like full court man-to-man pressure as Leisure's guarding Moat. Moat sprints into the front court, backs it back out now between the circles. Goes near side to Cantu, penetrates into the lane, loses it, picked up by Johnson. Johnson up quickly into the front court. Johnson spin move into the lane's no good, but we're going to get a whistle and a foul. That's going to send Travion to the line. Foul goes against Velasquez, and that's Velasquez's 4th foul. Union City with a short bench, so foul trouble will hurt them. Johnson's free throws off the front iron, no good. Broncos missed an opportunity there to extend that lead. Travion with his second one. Up and good. Broncos again picking up a full court pressure. They get the ball into Cantu, does the Indians. Cantu beats Grant into the front court. Gives it off to Moat. Moat behind the back dribble in the lane. Puts up a runner's no good, but he's going to draw the foul. They say it's going to be Camden Leisure. Not a lot of contact there, but enough to send Ryland Moat to the line. And that's Camden's fourth foul. Camden with a big three there a moment ago. Picks up the fourth foul. Moat's free throws up and good. Goes into the city. Ryland Moat. Right as his second free throw. It's up and good. Makes it a 34-33 contest. Broncos leading it by just one here at the 7-minute mark of quarter number 4. Leisure with it now goes down the baseline to Gothard. Gothard drives a baseline, puts up a reverse layup. It's up and good. And he is fouled, so Caden with the opportunity to pick up a three-point play and put Daleville up by 4 if he can connect. Gothard's free throw. Hard off the back iron, no good. Rebound cleared off by Moat of Union City. Broncos lead it by 3. Neither team holding a very large lead tonight. 3-4 points is the most that anybody's led, I believe. Going to get a Union City travel call on the baseline drive there. I believe it was Cantu. And that gives the ball back over to Daleville. Johnson triggers the ball inbounds to Green. Broncos looking to extend on the small 3-point lead that they just garnered. Near side it comes to Johnson down the baseline to Adams, and now to Gothard. The short corner skips it out to Leisure. Leisure's 3. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Daleville up by 6. So Camden Leisure with a couple 3-pointers here in the early going of the fourth quarter causes Union City to take a full timeout. Broncos lead at 39-33, their biggest lead in some time possibly of the ball game. We'll take a short break. You're listening to Bronco Basketball on Daleville Athletics. Camden Leisure 3-pointer puts Daleville back up by 6. The Union City basketball. We'll see what defense Daleville comes out in. As Reagan will trigger the ball in bounds on the near side. Broncos putting on man-to-man defense, but a little more pressure than they had been earlier on. Moat being guarded by Johnson, penetrates his lane, has it blocked away. And they're going to get Travion with the foul. Travion thought it was all ball, but the official thinks otherwise. As Ryland Moat, they say he got it in the body, apparently. Take that back. They say it was Gothard. So the foul, or the block by Johnson was clean, but Gothard got him with the body apparently on the drive. Moat's free throw up and good. Moat readies his second free throw. That's hard off the back iron. But the rebound's cleared off by Velasquez, and he's poked in the eye by Camden Leisure, and that's going to do it for Camden. As he picks up his 5th foul here at the 6:16 mark of quarter number 3. So one of the hottest shooters for the Broncos this evening will sit down and be unable to return. Dylan Scott enters the lineup for Daleville, as it's going to be Union City basketball in their own basket with a chance to cut into this 5-point lead. Connor enters the lineup for Union City as Velasquez sits down. They get the ball in bounds now to Clay. Near side it comes to Moat. Left wing to Connor. Connor penetrates into the lane. Gives it off to Cantu. Cantu being guarded closely there. Step back 3-pointer by Cantu is short. Rebound's cleared off by Grant. Grant's going to take it late to the court. He tries to dump it off to Johnson. Johnson nearly has to save it from going out of bounds, but to get the ball to Gothard. Gothard with a power move on the baseline gives the Broncos a 7-point lead. So a nice take there by Caden Gothard. Puts Daleville up by 7, and I believe that's the biggest lead of the ball game for Daleville. Moat now goes right side with it to Clay. Clay comes near side to Connor. Connor penetrates and then goes down the baseline to Reagan. Reagan kicks it out. Three-pointers up off the center. No good by Clay. We've got a whistle, and a foul is going to go against Union City. I think they went over the back. Let's see who they're going to get. Foul goes against Ryland Moat, his second. Union City's 8. So Daleville go to the line to shoot the one foot. This will be Travion Johnson looking to build on the 7-point lead. Travion's first free throw is up and good. Travion's next second free throw also puts Daleville up by 9. So the Broncos appear to be in control here momentarily of a game that has been a close one all the way through. Moat takes the ball to the basket, and he is fouled by Johnson. Union City may be well suited to drive to the basket because it seems like they're getting the calls when they do. Gives them the opportunity to cut into this lead with the clock stopped. Moat's first free throw. Up and good. Second free throw by Moat is also good. Makes it a 43-36 ball game. Grant across the timeline for Daleville. Union City in a man-to-man defense. He spent most of this game in a 2-3 spot. Grant now being guarded closely by Cantu. Gives it off to Johnson, now to Scott left wing. Scott out on top to Johnson. Johnson drives into the lane, puts it up, has it blocked away. Rebound's cleared off by Reagan. Reagan gives it off to Clay, now to Cantu. Cantu penetrates between the leg dribble, got a whistle and a foul against Daleville. So Union City takes the ball to the basket, they've been getting the calls. We'll see if they can cut into this lead at the free throw line. Zarin Cantu averages 13.5 points a game for Union City. Will shoot 2. Free throws up and good. Cantu ready's the second. That one also good, makes it a 43-38 ball game. Bronco lead trimmed back down to 5. Grant now into the front court, gives it off to Travion Johnson, high left side. Johnson now to Adams, near side it comes to Grant. Broncos running the man-to-man offense as Adams curls out in the lane, puts up a nice runner. Puts Daleville back up on top by 7, 45-38. Moat with it now, being guarded by Johnson. Moat penetrates, gives it off to Reagan. Reagan's three-pointer, in and out, no good. The rebound's pulled off by Cantu. He puts it back up on a double pump. It's no good, but they're going to get Travion Johnson with the foul. That's Travion's third. And Zarin Cantu with a chance to cut into the Broncos' 7-point lead here. 4:20 to go in the ball game. Cantu's first free throws hard off the back iron, so the Broncos with a break there. Union City hanging tough. It's just a matter of whether they got enough firepower to get back into this ball game. Cantu's second free throws up and good, makes it a 45-39 ball game. 6-point lead for Daleville. Union City drops back off. Union City really hadn't put much full court pressure at all on, and Cantu will pick up the ball handler as he comes across the 10-second line, but Daleville takes a timeout, so we'll take a short break. You're listening to Bronco Basketball and Daleville Athletics. Back here at Delville High School, where Delville has outscored Union City 15-10 here in the fourth quarter, early going in the fourth quarter of play, giving the Broncos a 6-point lead, 45-39. That's pretty much an offensive explosion, really, by both teams, as both teams scored only 7 points each in the third quarter of play. Bronco basketball. Grant will trigger the ball in bounds in front of the scorers table. Union City, man-to-man defense after playing zone most of the time. Johnson triggers the ball in bounds to Grant. 4-minute mark here of quarter number 3, and Gotham makes a runner into the lane, but puts it up, misses. Rebound's cleared off by Reagan. Union City gets it off to Canton. Canton penetrates into the lane, kicks it near side to Moat. Moat's three-pointer short. Rebound's cleared off there by Connor. Gets it back out to Moat. Moat's runner in the lane is up and good. So Rylan Moat, the three-pointer badly, but picks up a loose ball, drives in the lane, scores it, and has a chance to pick up the old-fashioned three-point play, as he's already trimmed the Bronco lead back down to 4. Foul goes against Scott. 19th foul against Daleville. So Union City still in the 1-1 for the time being. This is a one-shot free throw by Moat. He misses it. Union City will have to knock down those free throws if they want to get pull even here with Daleville in this ball game. Grant now goes right side to Johnson. Johnson drives right baseline. Spin move into the lane is no good. They're going to get a whistle. It is an offensive foul. I believe it is. Travion Johnson with the offensive foul on the spin move gives the ball back over to Union City. And that's Travion's 4th foul. That would be a significant loss if the Broncos would lose Travion. Moat with it high left side between the leg dribble, gives it off to Vasquez. Gives it back off to Moat. Moat drives in the lane, kicks it out. Three-pointer on the way is up and short by Velasquez. Rebound cleared off by Scott. Dale gives the ball back to Grant. Canty extends the defense for Union City. The Broncos get the ball back off to Adams, back out on top to Johnson. Johnson drives it right side, backs it out. Now Adams to Grant, now to Scott. Scott, Broncos running a man-to-man offense fairly well here. They give the ball inside, spin move is up and no good by Gotham. Nice take there, but he couldn't finish. He got a whistle. And just out of bounds the call. Gives the ball back to Union City as the Broncos were unable to convert that last possession. 45-41 your score. 2:35 here to go, quarter number 4. Moat near side with it now to Velasquez. He drives up baseline, cut off, kicks it back out to Reagan. His three-pointer's up and good. Hunter Reagan with the three pulls Union City to within 1 point here at the 2:23 mark of quarter number 4. Travion Johnson with it for Daleville, high left side, gives it to Adams, near side, it comes to Grant. Looks, skips it across to Adams. Adams left wing, looking, goes down inside to Gotham, but it's knocked away and kicked by Union City. Broncos retain possession. 2:06 to go in the ball game. It'll be Daleville basketball underneath their own basket, holding on to a scant 1 point lead. Grant looks to trigger it in bounds. Comes to Johnson, nice out of bounds play, finds a lane. Travion Johnson coming off the screen in the lane, puts Broncos back up on top by 7. Moat now with it for Union City. Broncos back up on top by 3, 47-44. Velasquez penetrates in the lane, skips it across, three-pointers up and short, no good by Clay. But Velasquez pulls off the rebound. They're going to get, I thought they were going to get Adams with a foul, but they say Velasquez drug his pivot foot, gives the ball back over to Daleville. 1:47 to go in the ball game. Broncos hold on to a 3-point lead and the basketball. Grant across the timeline for Daleville. Union City still not putting a lot of pressure on as they go high post with it to Gotham. Gotham on the dribble, kicks it back out to Grant. Grant 40, high left side, goes down the baseline to Scott, back to Grant. Broncos in no hurry as they hold on to that 3-point lead. Union City Still not putting a great deal of pressure on. They do come out and get close now. They go down inside to Grant. Grant dribbles it back out. Broncos with it now, in no hurry. Scott with it left wing, drives, backs it back out. Got a whistle and a holding foul there by Moat of Union City. That will send Dylan Scott to the line. Daleville can knock down free throws. Should salt things away. We'll see if they're able to do that. Broncos in the double bonus. So Dylan shoots the first of two. It's hard off the back iron. No good. As the Broncos are huddled around the coaching staff over there. Now they come and take their spots in the free throw lane. Scott with his second free throw. That was also too strong, but Travion Johnson with the rebound has it knocked away, and another foul. So Scott unable to convert the free throws, but Devil will go back to the line, I believe. Yep, Travion Johnson will go back to the line. Johnson's free throw, in and out, finally falls in. Puts Daleville up on top by 4, and of course that makes it a 2-possession ball game. We've got 1:08 to go. Johnson's second free throw is also good. Puts the Broncos up by 9. Moat gives it off to Cantu. Cantu, we'll see what Union City does. It goes kind of a 1-4 low. They're going to give it to Cantu on the drive. He goes back, loses it, gives it off to Moat. Moat drives the lane, puts up a runner lane. It's up and good. So Rylan Moat with the basket and the chance to get the old-fashioned three-point play and pull Union City back within 4 if they get there. Moat knocks down the free throw, rattles it into a whistle, and a Daleville timeout. We'll take a short timeout. You're listening to Bronco Basketball on Daleville Athletics. .47 your score. Broncos hold on to a slim 2-point lead. Union City now picking up a full court pressure. Johnson will trigger the ball and bounce to Grant in the backcourt. Being guarded by Cantu. 50 seconds to go in the ball game. Near side it comes to Adams. Adams nearly throws it away, picked up by Johnson. Got a whistle. Foul against Union City. Travion Johnson will go to the line to shoot 2. Foul goes against Hunter Clay. Johnson's free throws up and good. Second free throw also good. Makes it a 51-47. Bronco within 2 possessions. 42 seconds to go here. Cantu with it for Union City being guarded by Grant. Cantu's going to drive the lane, put up a runner. It's up and good. And with that comes another Union City timeout as they pull within 2 points. Broncos unable to shake the Indians. We'll take a short break. Daleville basketball once again. They'll be going the length of the court. Union City picks up a full court man-to-man defense. Travion Johnson trigger the ball in bounds. Having some trouble. Oh, it throws it. And we got it out of bounds. And they're going to say last touch by Daleville. So a huge turnover there gives Union City the opportunity to go even. If not, go ahead here at the 34-second mark of quarter number 4. Broncos lead it by just 2. Cantu will trigger the ball in bounds. Looking, gets it in the Moat on the baseline. He's being guarded closely by Grant. 30 seconds to go in the ball game. Moat gives it off to Cantu. Cantu probably going to look to drive. Drives to the basket, behind the back, dribble, jump stop, puts up the line, going to get a whistle. And they get a traveling called against Cantu. And the Union City bench is not happy about it. They've been getting that foul call all night. They say Cantu traveled. So Daleville will have it with a 2-point lead with 22 seconds to go, working against full court Union City pressure. Johnson with it now. Looking for a whistle and a timeout called by Union City as they were struggling to get the ball in bounds. 51-49 your score, 22 seconds to go in the ball game. We'll take another break. Grant will trigger the ball inbounds for the Broncos. Again, working against full court denial pressure by Union City. Grant looking, finally gets the ball in to Scott. He's fouled immediately. The Broncos need to knock down free throws. Substitutions by Union City. Cantu and Moe re-enter the lineup. Merrick Adams. Correction, it's Dylan Scott at the line for Daleville. His first free throw is up and good. Makes it a 3-point. As Connor and Walzer both sit down for Union City. Scott raises his second free throw. In and out, no good, but the rebound's cleared off by Gothard. Knocked away, loose to the floor, whistle and a foul. Maybe it was a timeout call. Timeout was called, I believe, by Union City. So if I'm not mistaken, it'll be Union City basketball. We'll see when we come back. You're listening to Bronco Basketball, Daleville Athletics. Back here at Daleville High School, the Broncos hold a 3-point lead, 52-49 with 17.5 seconds to go. It's going to be Union City basketball. Broncos look to be picking up some token pressure here. Keep them in front. Moat with the basketball in the backcourt being guarded by Grant. Moat now picks up his dribble. Goes right side to Reagan. Reagan, step back three, off the front iron, no good, loose. Fought for, picked up by Cantu with it. He lets fly with a three. It's no good. Rebound's finally cleared off by Adams, and a whistle and a foul. And the horn went off. We'll see if they put time back on the clock, but regardless, Daleville was a 3-point lead, and the foul goes against Union City. We'll see what they'll do here. Regardless of what happens, it appears that the Broncos have secured the victory. The officials conferring here near the west side basket. We'll see what they say. Apparently, well, we'll just have to see what's going on. Merrick Adams standing at the free throw line. They put 0.5 of a second back on the clock. So Merrick needs to knock this down. It appears that Union City would have time to just catch and shoot very quickly. Won't matter if Merrick knocks down the free throw, though. Now Merrick really, well, he's going to knock it down. Up and good. 53 now, 49. Puts Daleville on top by 4. Makes it a 2-possession game here with just 0.5 of a second to go. Adams raises the second free throw. That one is also good. Makes your final score is going to be 54-49. 54-49, your final score. Broncos win by 5 this evening over the Union City Indians. We will take a break and be back with hopefully some final scoring totals. You're listening to Bronco Basketball on Daleville Athletics. We are back here at Daleville High School where the Broncos have taken a 54-49 non-conference victory over the Union City Indians. And if we look at the score by quarters, Broncos led it by 11-8 at the end of 1, 23-22 at halftime, 30-29 at the end of 3. And then as we look at the fourth quarter, the Daleville Broncos outscored Union City by the count of 24-20 in the fourth quarter of play. By far the largest offensive output by both teams was there in the fourth quarter, and Broncos were able to come away with that 5-point victory. If my memory serves, actually it was a tough game all the way through. Union City taking a couple brief, 2 to 3 brief leads, never were up by more than maybe 3 at the most. And Daleville led by as many as 9 at one time. I think that was the biggest lead of the ball game for the Broncos. But they hold on for a 54-49 victory tonight over the Union City Indians. We're going to take another couple-minute break. Going to try to come back with some final scoring totals for you. You are listening to Bronco Basketball and Daleville Athletics. We're back here at Delville High School, where the Broncos have taken a 54-49 victory over the visiting Union City Indians tonight. Try to look at some final scoring totals for Union City. Don't have them totaled up here, but Moat had a 3-point field goal, 2 2-point field goals for 7, and then he hit 6 free throws. So it looks like Moat had 13 points for the Indians. And Zarin Cantu had a big night. He had 1 3-pointer. $17 points from the field, and also hit 5 free throws to give him 22 points. So I believe it's Cantu who led the Indians in scoring with 22. And Moat, we said, had 15. So 22 from Cantu, 15 from Moat. Velasquez had 2 2-point field goals and had 2 free throws for 6 points. Reagan had 1 2-point field goal, 1 3-point field goal for 5 points. And Connor hit a 3-point field goal in the third quarter play for his 3 points. So the Indians were led tonight by Cantu and Moat, leading scorers for Union City. Looking at Daleville, they were led tonight by the inside players, Caden Gothrop and Travion Johnson. Both had 15 points tonight. They were the only 2 Broncos in double figures, as Johnson was 7 of 13 from the line to go along with his 4 2-point field goals. Caden Gothrop was 3 of 5 from the line to go along with his 6 2-point field goals. So 6 2-point field goals for Gothrop, 3 of 5 from the line for his 15 points. Camden Leisure was next up for the Broncos with 8 points. He had 3 3-pointers there in the early fourth quarter. 2 3-pointers there in the early fourth quarter before he fouled out of the ball game with, I believe it was about 6 minutes left to go in the game. He also had a 2-point field goal there in the first quarter. And Merrick Adams had 7 points. He had 1 2-point field goal, 2 2-point field goals. No, 1 2-point field goal, 1 3-point field goal, and was 2 for 2 from the line for his 7 points. And Justin Grant had 6 points as he had hit 2 3-point field goals, 1 in the first and 1 in the third quarter. And rounding out the scoring for the Broncos was Dylan Scott, and he had 1 2-point field goal in the fourth quarter, was 1 of 3 from the line for his 3 points. So again, Travion Johnson with 15 points, Caden Gothrop with 15 points, Camden Leisure with 8, Justin Grant with 6, and Dylan Scott with 3. That rounds out the scoring for the Broncos. The victory, well, actually the loss tonight for Union City drops them to 5-12 overall. Of course, this was a non-conference game. The win for Daleville makes them 6-7 with a strong opportunity of pulling even at 500 if they can go and pick up a victory tomorrow night at Eastbrook, which won't be easy, but if my memory serves, I think Eastbrook is like 4-11 or 4-12 on the season, but they're a little bit bigger school, so they it won't be easy. They're going to have to go play extremely well tomorrow night if they're able to make them able to pull even at the 7-7 mark for the season. So again, Daleville travels to Eastbrook tomorrow night. They are home versus Cowan on Tuesday, and then they are at Wapahani next Friday evening. And they 2 more home games after that. And the schedule I looked at, I know the Southern Wells game wasn't on it. They'll be able to play Southern Wells at home on February the 25th after playing Alexandria at home on Tuesday the 23rd. So the Broncos have, my memory serves, 5 more games, 3 of those being at home, with the next home game being Tuesday with Cowan. And again, as I mentioned, they travel to Eastbrook tomorrow evening. That's going to just about do it from here at Daleville High School. We will talk to you next time. Good evening, everyone.